Hello everybody, we are back for another interview all about the energy enhancement system. This is a very different interview and unique interview because it's actually a testimonial from somebody who you all know but don't know that you know. Sitting in front of me is my aunt. She's the woman who I told you all had the 12.5 centimeter cystic fibroid in her uterus and in just a few hours dissolved after using this incredible technology, coupled with also following certain protocols that Dr. Sandra Rose Michael encourages everybody to follow. Before we start and before you hear from my aunt, I want to just really reiterate and say two very important things. Number one, there is nothing outside of you that can save you. You are the person that heals yourself. As Dr. Michael says, the power that created the body heals the body. This does not heal you. This creates an environment to catalyze the process of you healing yourself. That's why there's no medical claims around it. In addition to that, I also want to reiterate that this interview has nothing to do with making any claims, any medical claims. It's about sharing a testimonial, sharing observations, and sharing experiences. What you do with the information that you hear from this testimonial is completely up to you and only up to you. It's your responsibility. We can only share what we've seen, the observations that we've seen, and the experiences that we've had. So with that being said, maybe you want to introduce yourself, tell them a little bit about your experience, and we can give a little backstory of how this whole thing started as well.
Okay. My name is Tali. I'm 47 years old. In April, like 2 months ago, I felt that I have like a bump in my belly. I went to do an ultrasound. They told me I have a cyst in size of 12.5 centimeter. I freaked out, of course. I had a few things that would make me feel very uncomfortable. Like I couldn't even drink a cup of water without running to the bathroom. I had pressure on my belly, and it made me feel very, very uncomfortable. So after I did the ultrasound, my doctor recommended me to do a surgery, which I didn't want, because at my age you take the whole uterus out, and then it's like changing your whole body, your all hormones and everything, and it wasn't my first choice. Then came across to us as a family, we saw an interview about the system of Dr. Sandra.
I want to say something for anybody who isn't aware of that, to give a little backstory and then continue with your experience to fill a gap. Sure. So in the beginning of April, there was an event called The Shift on Unified TV. It was a free live stream to the entire world. 100,000 people tuned in. It was unbelievable. And of course, my family was watching this, with Talia included. And Scott McKay actually was hosting an interview. I forgot who he was interviewing, but somewhere in that interview, he mentioned there's this doctor in Vegas and this technology. So my family was watching. My dad called me and he's like, who's this Scott guy and what's he talking about? And I said, I don't know, let me get in contact with him. So I made the connection. And then that's when everything started.
And then we flew to meet Dr. Sandra.
Okay.
And she explained to us she actually had it at home. The whole 2-3 hours that we spoke to her, we were sitting in a room with this system. She recommended me a few things. First of all, to wait with the surgery, not to jump into to doing it, because it's going to change my whole body. And she recommended me to change my diet. More juices, more greens, more vegetables, more fruits. I drink like 3 liters of water with lemon.
Every day?
Every day, yeah, which was impossible for me at the beginning, because I had to run to the bathroom like every 2 seconds, because the cyst was sitting on my bladder and I couldn't even drink without, like, it was horrible. And but I did it, you know, because I felt that it's like sort of cleaning my body. And then she recommended me to go and back in New York. We went back to New York. There was a place in New Jersey that they have 24 screens. And I went there as soon as I came back from Las Vegas. I was sitting there for 4 hours. It was from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. While I was sitting there, I went to the bathroom. I kept drinking my water all this time. I went to the bathroom maybe 9 times because
in a period of 4 hours.
In a period of 4 hours, it's like an average of like every 20-30 minutes I went to the bathroom. And all this time I was half laying down, and I felt like a tennis ball that I have in my belly. As soon as we left there, I felt something strange. I mean, I fell asleep during this period of 4 hours. And then I felt, when I left there, on the way back home, I felt something like something is missing in my body, you can say. I touched my belly and I didn't feel it. And I felt so much lighter. And it was so weird because it was very strange to me. Like in 4 hours, that's something, because while I was sitting there, I was still feeling like the tennis ball in my belly. I got home, I took a shower, I lay down in my bed, on my back. I started touching my belly, and I couldn't feel it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was so strange. I have to say that after like a week, I felt that something is coming back. And I went to do another ultrasound. And apparently the cyst shrank in 3 centimeters. 12 and a half, it shrank to 9 and a half.
Okay.
So 3 centimeters. I kept doing what Dr. Sandra told me, like to drink a lot of water, to drink juice, to change my diet a little bit, less chicken, less meat, you know, just to be like, I still eat, like I'm not like 100% vegan, but I eat less chicken and meat and more juices, more water.
And while doing all of this, were you doing the system?
Yes, I kept going to the system. I slept there, like 2 or 3 nights in a row. I slept there. You can say that from the last month and a half after I slept there, after I was there the first time for 4 hours, and then I slept there like 2 or 3 nights in a row. For a month and a half, I don't feel anything in my belly. I don't have to go to the bathroom that often. I still drink a lot of water, but I'm like a normal person. Like I don't have to go every 20 minutes to the bathroom. I don't have the uncomfortable feeling that I had in my belly, and I feel so much better. I sleep better, I eat better, and you can say that like I never had it in my like I feel that I never had it in my belly. And I'm going to do another ultrasound in like 2 weeks just to check that everything is really gone. But other than that, I feel amazing.
Did you have any negative side effects at any point in your experience?
No, I can't say that I have.
Headache, migraine?
No, not for me, but this is my personal experience. I don't know, I know each and every other person is like something different, but for me, I slept amazing. The 3 nights that I slept there, I slept amazing, and I felt so much better. But I don't know about any other experience of people that I heard of. I went with a friend, and she slept very good also. She didn't really have something. We actually took your sister's dog that he had also like a small tumor or I don't know how to call it even. And he slept with us also, and it disappeared.
She's talking about my sister's dog. He's a mini toy poodle, about like 7, 8, 9 pounds max. His name is Shoko. He had a 2-inch, 4 centimeter, called a cyst or a tumor, like a lymphatic cyst in his neck that you can actually hold. And in about 30 hours of sleeping in the system, it's not there anymore.
It just disappeared. Yeah. We woke up one morning, we touched it, and it wasn't there. After the first morning, we felt that it shrank a little bit. The second morning, it was still there. But the third, I could say that even with me, I didn't feel it when I was sitting there for 4 hours. I felt it. And then after like 20 minutes or half an hour that I left there, I left the place, then I felt that it disappeared. Also with Shoko, it was exactly the same. We didn't feel it while we was there, but after we left, we touched and there was nothing there.
You know, it's interesting with Shoko, no salt bath,
Yeah.
no change of
Which
diet.
I did also.
Which you did also.
Yeah, Dr. Sandra recommended me that after every time I visit and I'm staying to come home, to do a salt bath and to just at least for 30 minutes. And I did it after every time that I went there. Yeah.
Listen, I've heard and I've just seen a lot of emails coming in from personal testimonials of a lot of people all across the board of what they're saying. And again, it's a testimonial. It's not a claim. It's not saying that that's exactly what's going to happen to you. The best we can do is just share our experiences. I had a personal experience, thank God. I'm not sick in any way to treat a certain ailment, but there was one night where we actually slept in that system together in Verona, New Jersey in this case. And again, no ailment specifically, because thank God I'm not in that position, but I could say for about 5 or 6 days after, it was like somebody gave me an upgrade to my brain. So with that, my intention of really bringing you here was to bring everything full circle, because everybody heard about my aunt.
My aunt.
This is my aunt. This is the woman that she blew our minds with what we saw, you know. And at the end of the day, for those of you who don't know the story, again, I was sent to Las Vegas to go and do that interview. I was highly encouraged to go do that interview first, and that whole thing comes from everything in relation to TLS. July 11th of 2011 was when Dr. Sandra Rose Michael was approached by TLS as, from what she says, a form of acknowledgement of her technology, pretty much telling her there's going to come a point where this is going to be coming out to the world. And I guess 11 and a half, 12 years later, the time has come, the time is here. That's why we call it the revolution of healing, because people are coming with incredible stories with this technology from all around the world, coupled with also taking responsibility and following certain protocols. And I want to stress that, because if you think that you're just going to eat McDonald's and drink Coca-Cola and smoke and do whatever you want, and then you're just going to walk into something and magically everything's going to be okay, you're living in a dream. That doesn't exist. That will never exist. You have to take responsibility for your health. You have to take responsibility for yourself. And that's why I think it was important to cover the fact that she changed her diet. She changed the amount of water that she drinks. She started putting lemon in her water. She changed a lot of things to experience everything holistically. It's not one thing that will change you. It's everything combined that will change you. And that's why it's called holistic health. It's this whole big picture of connecting the dots between everything. So firstly, I want to say thank you for...
Of course.
I know you don't like coming on camera.
Of course. But if I can help to, even to one person, I'll be very happy.
Thank you. Thank you. And
thank you, Jason.
Thank you to each and every one of you who are on this journey. And thank you to everybody that has really taken that step to either open up a center if you don't have the means to, sharing this video, so people who do have the means to open up a center can do that, and just continuing to grow and expand this initiative. I understand that not everybody has the means to go and open one, but we all know somebody that does. And if everybody plays their part, some people can play a part by sharing the video. Other people can play a part by going and experiencing and sharing their testimonies. Other people can play a part by going and opening up those centers. Everybody has a part to play in this puzzle of how it all comes together in changing the world and continuing this revolution of really healing humanity spiritually and mentally and emotionally and physically and always. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who are on this journey. I ask you all, share this testimonial, start making these and share them on your platforms. Put it absolutely everywhere, and let's continue this revolution that we're creating in and of ourselves. So thank you again. I love you and I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you, Jason.